Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over the brand new Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This is the newest addition to the Naked line. I'm going to be getting into all the details, including swatches, as well as this eye look right here. First, let me show you the palette. This thing is stunning. You can see that little wave through it, which I think is like whenever you pull out the little thing from the honey. What is that thing called? I cannot remember for the life of me what that is. It's like the little circle, and it has like the little stripes through it, that like the little divots that you mix honey with. I can't think of the name, so if you know the name, leave it down below. But isn't it beautiful? It just looks absolutely stunning, and I love the wave through it. So it says Urban Decay Naked Honey on the front, and it is a nice like plastic packaging. On the inside, we have 12 brand new shades. You do get a mirror and then that brush. I never use this brush. This brush, I never use it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that go because it's just going to end up falling on the floor. Let's be real. So here are the 12 new shades, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you. First, we have Flyby, Sweet, Swarm, Amber, Keeper, Golden, Honey, Queen, Hive, Drip, HBIC, which is, I just love that name, and then Sting. I love the names in here. I love how they really stuck to that honey theme. And then HBIC, you know, it would typically be like head bitch in charge, but it's head be in charge, I'm assuming. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of it. I just think it's a really cute play on it. But anywho, the palette retails for $49. You can obviously get it on the Urban Decay website, but then you can also purchase it on Sephora, which is where I got it. I quickly want to read to you what is on the back of the box that it came in, and then we will get into this eye look. The Naked Honey eyeshadow palette is raw and sticky sweet, just the way nature intended. This hive of 12 exclusive golden neutrals includes classic golds, warm ambers, and rich chocolate browns. Reach for our go-to shade Amber, create the perfect hazy smoked out eye with Sting, or get hooked on Honey for the ultimate 70s statement eye. Our buzzed about palette is a keeper with everything you need to create a swarm of looks, from bright and sunny to dangerous after dark. Now let's go ahead and jump into this eye look. Refer number 2 in the shade Swarm. I am gonna, whoa, that was, sorry, I was not expecting that. Okay. I'm gonna start this into the crease. And I am going to blend it upwards as my transition shade. I'm telling you guys, I really thought that was going to be lighter. I really, really did. But it's okay. We are going to blend this out. I feel like that's happened to me a lot lately. Just been like, bam, pigment. I mean, that's good. Means less flops of products. This is, okay, yeah, we're blending out very nicely, very easily. All right, I'm just bringing this up into the transition area, which is just directly above the crease, blending upward. And I will go in and add a little bit more of this shade after I've blended it out, but I just wasn't prepared for that initial shock. It looks darker on the brush, but in the pan it just didn't look this dark. Using the same brush, I'm going to take the shade Hive. I am going to start on the outer corner, just tapping that into place. Again, great pigmentation. I don't mean to sound shocked, but I don't always have the most pigmentation out of, what are they, I forget what, the Naked palettes. My favorite one has been like the Born to Run, that bigger one. This one is, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I'm just blending this up on the outer portion right here, kind of smoking it out. I mean, look at that. Dang. Bring it to the inner corner, but just the excess that's on the brush. MAC 221 and the shade Sting. I am going to apply this to the outer corner, as well as the inner corner, and again, pigmentation. I'm impressed. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. This is going to be a little sloppy right now, but it's okay. Just taking this on the outer and inner corner, blending back and forth. I'm going to take it into the crease. I'm sitting here looking at this palette and I'm trying so hard to stay away from the green in here. What shade is it called? It's called Honey, but it has like this slight green tint to it. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from it because I know I have other looks that I've done recently, and then I have a look that you guys haven't actually seen me do, but you've seen on camera. And they've been green looks, so I'm trying to make this one more gold, but I'm just gravitating towards that greenish gold. I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. As you can see, I'm just blending out the edges softly. I'm going to add a little bit more on this outer corner because I think I got more on the inner than I did the outer. MAC 242 in the shade Flyby. I am going to just highlight this brow arch really quickly before I move on to finish the lid. Same brush and amber. I am going to go ahead and apply this all over the center of the lid and then tap over the brown with the excess. Golden or honey? Golden or honey? Golden. I have to do it. I have to grab honey. I am just going to place this right on the center portion of the lid just to give it a little zhuzh. Some added dimension, if you will. But again, I want to keep this mainly on the center of the lid. I'm going to make like a little stripe out of it first. Look at that stripe. And then tap around the edges. But I do not want to bring this far over, so just take your time, tap around your stripe. Clean rougher brush and the shade Hive. I am going to take this right along my lower lash line. Tom Ford number 12 and Sting. I am going to tap this right up against the lash line. And then lastly, I won't leave golden out. I'll use it on a Wangas number 7. I'm going to apply this to my inner corner, and then I'm going to go ahead and add on some black inner rim liner and mascara, and that's it. I think I'm going to have to buff this out because she's a strong one. I finished everything off with Milk Boss liner on my top inner rim as usual, and then just mascara. Getting into my thoughts on the palette, I have to keep it 100 with you guys. I wasn't even interested in this, and I know I spoke to several people, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pick this up, but everybody was getting excited about it. Didn't really understand the hype behind it, but I'm glad that I picked it up because A, I think it's prettier in person than what it showed online, and B, they have updated something with this because I was not ready for that pigmentation. I know that I had such great luck with the Born to Run palette. That palette is one of my favorite Urban Decay palettes of all time. But traditionally, at least with me, I have had to build up the shades in the Naked palettes. And I don't know what that is, what the difference is or whatever. But this one packs a punch. And another thing is that a lot of the times with these palettes, there's too many of the same shade. I think they did such a good job getting your variation here, but also keeping with the theme. That was my thing whenever I was looking at it online, is they seemed so much more similar than what they do whenever they are swatched. Even this shade right here, Swarm, it looks so light, and then I applied it to my eyes and it was like boom, and it was intense pigmentation. It blended out really nicely. That simply just is not what I was prepared for. I was thinking that I was going to have to build that shade up, and you know, I don't really have a problem with that. That's not bad, and it's definitely easier for beginners. I still think this is beginner friendly, but I love that you do not have to spend a whole lot of time really working with these shades. And even all the way down to the darkest shade, that packed on so nicely. I feel like I have a really blended look. I feel like you can see the difference between this coppery shade and the honey shade, and even the golden shade on my inner corner. And it might not translate as much on camera when you're up really close with the lights, but I'm telling you, this is really pretty, you guys. I'm really, really, really happy with it. Do you have these colors in your collection? Absolutely. More than likely, I would say 99% sure you probably do. But if this was a palette that you are interested in, I would say go for it because I really, really enjoy it. You do get a little bit of fallout with it. Nothing major. You're going to get a little bit more with your metallics than with your mattes. I did get a little bit more out of sting, but again, that is something that happens with darker shades. I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy with it. I just think this is a beautiful palette. I'm really glad that I picked it up. So in case you were wondering, I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I didn't miss out on it, and I do think that this is actually worth the hype. And it is a naked palette I will be keeping in my collection. Anywho, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Woo! See? Something almost fell on the floor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did by giving a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.